Welcome back. It's Monday, and we are here, the trio. I'm Judy, Sandy and Sara. Great topic today of putting ourselves out there or, getting out of the comfort zone. And I was a very shy kid growing up, so this is a topic that I can really relate to. And Sandy, love to have you start off.
Well, all of us have fear. It's just part of life. When we're kids, you don't fear anything when you're a child, right? You reach and grab things you're not supposed to. You run out into the road, you don't know what the dangers are. But as we get older, we get more shy. We try to shy away from fear. And the thing is, you have to embrace it. The more you resist it, we create an enemy. You don't want fear to be your enemy. You want fear to be an ally. And when fear pushes you, you run toward it, so that you can challenge it and go through it. And all of us are scared of something, and I used to be really scared of the dark. I never wanted to go outside at night because I didn't know what was out there. So you can't see, so it's uncertain. And my biggest fear has been fear of rejection. I didn't like to put myself out there because I didn't want to be rejected. I wanted to be loved. I didn't understand that you could have both. And if you fear rejection, if you don't conquer it, it will control you. So, the best tip I can give about fear is to acknowledge that it's there, accept its presence, and then just run right through it. Just run right through it. What about you, Sara?
It's fear has played a huge part in my life, but obviously since over the last, I'd say 6 or 7 years, I've been learning to really not let it control me. Growing up, I was very shy, very reserved. I suffered with crippling low self-esteem to the point where I couldn't even look in mirrors. So I feared rejection a lot. I had a really powerful fear identity. And in fact, now I think one of my worst fears in life now is not living at my fullest potential. And I think because I have a deep fear and not living at my fullest potential, it means that now I put so much pressure on myself to do a million and one things. But I think, as you say, Sandy, recognizing fear, that is the first step. And it is such a powerful step, that we can't. Fear, it's within all of us, and it's hardwired within our DNA to kind of, fear rejection, because it goes back to even tribal days. If we got rejected from our tribe, that threatened our ability to survive. If we're born on this planet, we rely on, parents, a hospital to keep us alive. So we kind of, we all have a fear of rejection. But disassociating yourself with the fear identity by acknowledging it, challenging it, and asking yourself, where is this fear stemming from? Where is it stemming from? And making the choice to run towards it, as Sandy said, run towards it, because it's something which we need to learn to dance with, to play with. It's not something that we want to hold us back, because I honestly believe we're not born and put on this beautiful planet to live in fear, to live in pain, to live in suffering. We're just not. We're really not. And so looking at who is the person that you would be without fear? Who is the person that you would be? What would you do? What choices would you make which are different? And look at your life, and this is the life you're supposed to be living. Not a fear-based life where you just have this fear identity. It's a safety mechanism. It's serving you, even though it's hurting you, but it's not how you're supposed to be living. So recognizing, the fear, how it's holding you back, and challenging your perspective around it, it's so important.
That is so true. I think of all my childhood as one fear after another. And because we moved around so much, it was always a new, unknown experience. As an adult now, and especially as a coach, I have to say that I have heard everything. and a lot of the pain and suffering that people go through that they don't show on the surface.
Yeah.
You know, they might say no to a date or a job. You know, you want to work for them and they say no. I now think of those people as being hurt people, you
Yeah.
know, on some level. And that helps me get through asking for a date, asking for a job kind of scenario. It really is about other people rejection. I think if they're not ready for what you have to say, then they're not ready. But that doesn't have anything to do with you.
Mm.
I would also suggest starting small. If you want to get dating again or try a new job, I'd go on Zoom. I would really go on Zoom or on your phone and just start hitting the play button, hit a video play button and start talking about your dreams, and talk about what's exciting to you. Then watch the replay. And there are going to probably be things that you don't like, but yet look at what you do like about what you see. And then record again, delete that and record again. And just I do this when I make my own videos. I record over and over and over because I like to sort of memorize
Yeah.
the little scheme. And that way it's more challenging being live, and we're pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone to be live. But I've had a lot of practice recording until I see that, often my head's cocked this way, or I say the word a lot, or and I'm learning to let that go and just keep refining, just keep giving myself some comfort and love and encouragement. Because if I don't do it, it's harder to find other people to do it for me.
Yeah.
And that way you will see what others see when you look at yourself on the phone or the whatever. And, start small and know that you're a good person. You're made of universal love, quantum field consciousness, the most ultimate cool thing in the universe. You're made of that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize it, and they come from a human blocked off level, but it's because they've been hurt. So remember how real and cool and amazing you are. And practice on a phone, practice small, start small and build up.
Yeah, so true, isn't it? I just want to make a point about rejection as well. When I changed my perception on rejection, when rejection hurts you, you kind of feel like I'm the problem. What was wrong with me? We take it so personal, and then this holds us back. Whereas if you look at rejection as that person, that job, whoever it is, they've rejected themselves from you. Rejection is always two ways. It hurts us when we just focus on how we think we're missing out. But actually, that job has missed out on all what you could bring to it. That person for a relationship has missed out on how much happiness you could bring to them.
Perfect.
Rejection is always two ways, So when you focus on what that person's missing out by not having you, that means you go from all of a sudden disempowered to empowered. It's always just a change in perspective. That's just what we need to remember. And fear is no different. If you let it hold you back, it will, and it will hold you back for years and years and years and years of your life. And it shouldn't. You just need to do that. You just need to learn how to dance with the fear and not let it hold you back. And your life just opens up, doesn't it? Imagine if we let fear hold us back from coaching, and imagine how many people we wouldn't be able to help and support and guide. And there's so many people who still are living in fear, and it's just, you're doing yourself a disservice. You really, really are. So have courage, be brave, confront it, and you'll realize that actually once you stop giving it power, it goes away. So just
well, you had said earlier that rejection could be thought of as a stepping stone to success.
And you know, before, like years ago, when I had my other business, I'd see maybe a failure as it's either failure or success. You see the one or the other. When I realised, actually, no, I'm going to be successful, and failure is just a part to get there. It's just on your journey, like everything, you know. So it's just a perspective. We all have the power at any time to change our perspective from disempowering to empowering. So realise how much power you have, and harness it.
Harness it.
One other thing about fear, it's kind of a thing to keep you safe at times. You know, there are times when fear is a good thing. It stops you from doing something that's bad. But, you know, when you set up boundaries and you set them up out of fear, then those are unhealthy boundaries. And you need to make sure that you aren't doing that, that you're knowing why you're setting a boundary, why you're not putting yourself out there. If you're scared that someone's going to reject you, just don't take it so personally. It's like Sara said, it's never about you or what you have to offer. It's always about something with them.
Yeah.
You take it personally. And I remember, you know, if you look at Thomas Edison, he said, you know, I never failed. I made 10,000 ways to not make a light bulb.
Yeah.
He looked at it a different way. He saw all his failures as, well, look, that's just a stepping stone to making the right one.
Mm-hmm.
I look at every no that I get from a client as I'm just one step closer to the next yes.
Yeah.
And if you change your perspective, like we said in different ways, it's much easier to understand your fear and to let it go.
Yeah.
You know, and we're all afraid at times. It's okay. It's just you can't let it be so debilitating that you never progress, or you never grow, or you never do the things that you really want to do. What if you were meant for something so amazing and you never took the chance?
Yes.
Then you're going to be, you know, 20 years down the line, what if I had? Then you're playing in the what if game. Fear just leads to all kinds of different stuff. You just challenge it, push through it, go on. That's all you got.
Exactly. Stick with us, and we'll encourage you. We've got a lot of experience with pain and suffering and failure and all of it, and we want to bring it to you to help lighten your path, and we're here to support you. So just ask for help when you need it, and we'd be glad to support.
Yeah, definitely.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye-bye.